It has come to my attention that some people do not know how to calculate their CRS score. Okay, fine. They didn't come. I mean, they reached out to me via DM. But hey, anyway, this video is for those people. This is Express Entry 101, pretty much. I'm going to be sharing my screen and I'm going to show you how you can calculate your CRS score, what you can do that will boost your score. We will do all those simulations as we go through, okay? Please stick around for this video if you need help with this. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Faith. I'm an HR professional based in Toronto, Canada. First timers, please make sure you use that subscribe button. Also hit the like button and share this video with anyone who you think it will benefit. Now, like I said, I've been getting a couple of questions in my DMs and even in my Small Talk with Faith email address where people have said, oh, I don't even know where to start from. Now, don't worry, don't panic. Super Faith is here to save you. So in this video, I'm just going to be sharing my screen, like I said, and then we will walk through the entire process. Because really, look, for the OGs that already know how to do this, don't come and spoil our show. Please, we are trying to learn here. Please give us clear road for us so that the people that need to learn this will learn this, okay? This video is probably not for you, but please share with people that you think that fall into this category, okay? So, without further ado, let's go into the screen share. Hi guys, so this is a website where you can see a summary of the maximum points that you can get per factor for the Express Entry program. It's quite a lengthy document, so what I'll do is I will put the link in the description box so that you can go over it at your spare time. Because the focus of this video is how to calculate your CRS score. However, I would mention a few things that I think you should take note of here, just so that you see how how the points play out in the different under the different segments. Now, I'm just going to go over a couple of things. So, like I said, here you will be able to see the maximum number of points you can get for the different factors. Let me scroll down to where I think is important. All these other ones, you can go over them yourself. Now, if we look at this age breakdown, you will see that the highest points you can get for people who are within the ages 20 to 29 years. If you don't have a spouse, you'll be able to get 110 points. And if you have a spouse or common law partner, then you get just 100 points. But the amazing thing, or the fascinating thing, is how the scores drop once you hit 30 years of age. You can see at age 30, it drops down here by 5 points. It drops down here by, sorry, my math is, okay, yeah, 5 points as well. So, I mean, it just keeps going down, so pretty much the older you get, the lesser your chances when it comes to the Express Entry draw, which is why I always emphasize the fact that, try to do things early. Now, you may say to yourself, okay, well, I'm well beyond 30 years. What's in it for me? I mean, you never know. There might be other factors that favor you. But notwithstanding, I think if you have a sibling, a nephew, a niece, a younger one who is still, in their prime, if you must put it, I mean, no offense, we're all in our prime. Even if you are 40, 50, you're still in your prime, please. Don't get me wrong. But my point is, if they're still less than 30, this is the time for them to start looking into the Express Entry program, because they stand a better chance at this point. Okay, so I'm just going to move down as well. So level of education, you will see that if you have a bachelor's degree, at least you should be able to get some decent points here. But anything less than that is quite low, especially if it's just high school. So really, what you should be aiming for, and what you should tell your younger ones or younger siblings to aim for, is getting a master's degree, because that gives you at least 135 points if you do not have a spouse, or 126 points if you have a spouse. If you have a PhD, oh, even better. If you're a medical student and you studied medicine, veterinary medicine, dentistry, all of these listed here, it is equivalent to a master's. I've said this in one video before, but it's good that you're seeing it for yourself. So people that are practicing in this profession, they will be evaluated as though they have a master's degree. So you can see that they can get the maximum points here as well. So going down here to the language tests, what you should aim for really should be CLB 9 or CLB 8. You can see how the scores increase the higher the points you get, right? So try and do well in your language test because it can make or mar your application, okay? So I think those are some of the things that I want to emphasize here. You know, this all shows you how many points your spouse can bring as well. And then, you know, that's kind of it. I mean, there's a whole lot going on in this document, but like I said, I don't want to take too much time with it. Of course, remember, if you have a sibling abroad, if you have a sibling living in Canada, you are entitled to 15 points from that person. So make sure you don't allow that 15 points waste. We're trying to gather any point that any point that we can get, even if it's 1 point, it can make or mar your application. Okay, so having said this, I'm just going to jump into the CRS tool. I will link this in the description box. Please, so far, if you liked the video, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Please do not just watch and go. Okay, so this is the CRS tool, and this is really the focus of this video, right? So let's do maybe 2 scenarios. Let's assume that you're single and you're 25. Okay, let's see what your score will come to, and we'll just play around with it as we go. So what you need to do is you just keep answering the questions as you go. All right, so here it says, what's your marital status? We're just going to say we're single, we've never been married. How old are you? I said we'll say we're 25. Here, what's your level of education? Let's assume that this person has a master's degree. So you select masters. Have you earned a Canadian degree, diploma, or certificate? I will say no, because I believe most of the people watching this video will fall under that category. Now, your language test. So it says, are your test results less than 2 years old? Say yes, because if your test is more than 2 years old, then it means that it's no longer eligible. Okay, so they're asking, what test did you take? You can either take, these are the categories of tests that you can take. The more popular one is the IELTS, because that's the English test. The TEF and TCF are French tests. But you would see, so let's just start with the IELTS, but you will see the impact if you are able to learn French and take some of these exams, okay? But let's start with IELTS. Now, even if you don't have your results yet, you can aim for, since we are aiming for the highest score, let us assume that we've scored the highest band, we've scored the highest score. So let's put ourselves within the highest band. So this is speaking. I'm just going to select the highest bands for this. And then it says, do you have any other language test? For now, let's not say we don't have. So we'll say not applicable. In the last 10 years, how many years of skilled work experience in Canada do you have? I will select none for this because, like I said, I assume most of the people that are watching this video are people that want to come to Canada and are not yet here. So in the last 10 years, how many total years of foreign work experience do you have? So ideally, you should have 3 or more years if you really want to get the maximum points for this section. So let me assume that you have 3 years of work experience. Do you have a certificate or qualification from a Canadian province, territory, or federal body? This is more for trade workers. So let's assume you're not a trade worker and you don't have one. Do you have a valid job offer? Let's assume you don't have a job. Do you have a nomination certificate? So this is a provincial nomination. Let's assume you don't have that either. Do you or your spouse have at least one brother or sister living in Canada? This is so that you can claim the 15 points, right? So let's assume you don't have anybody in Canada. No. Now you just click on calculate your score. So you'll see your results down here. You'll see everything analyzed, and the key part is really when you scroll to the bottom. So this is your final result, 481. Now, if you have been following the Express Entry program closely, you would know that this score right now at this point, and today is August 1, 2022. You would realize that at this point, this score is not going to give you anything good, because right now the last draw was 542. So that's kind of what we should be aiming for. Ideally, we're all hoping and praying that the score will drop, but hey, we don't know what the outcome of that will be. So what we can do is try our best to put ourselves in better stead. Okay, now, so this is the situation here. So let's play around with the profile and see how things can sway and what can give you the number of points that you really need. Now, if I get a job, for instance, in Canada, which is why I always tell people, try to look for jobs. Don't just say, oh, jobs are not available. They don't give people jobs. You never can tell. People have gotten jobs from outside the country. Sometimes they might not get the same level of job, but hey, a job is a job. And what you can do now is to when you get your job, then you can add in your points. So let's assume you get a job and we click yes here. Let's assume your NOC is skill level A or B. Let's put it here, and then let's recalculate your score. Let's see how it affects your score. So you see 531. That's what a job can do. Just imagine that. Let's assume again, okay, let's take out the job. You don't have a job. Let's assume you get a provincial nomination. Let's say yes. Calculate your score. 1081. Now, there is no way in the world that you will not get an ITA when they do the next draw, if indeed this is your score. So I think what I'm trying to show you here is the things that you should focus on at this point. Try to get a provincial nomination if you can. Try to get a job if you can, because those are things that will sway your application. The other thing that will sway your application is the language test. So I'm going to take off the provincial nomination now, and let us go into the language test again. Let us assume that you can speak French and you also take the TEF test. So just have a look here. So what language test? Let's start with the TEF. So I did the TEF. Let's assume you're not very good, so you didn't get the high score, the highest band. But let's assume you got this band in all of them. Let's assume that. Okay, do you have any other language tests? You also did the IELTS, so we'll select that. Then let's assume in IELTS you got the highest band for each, which is possible, very possible. So let's go and recalculate your score. Now, this is what your score is, which is very decent because it's even higher than the last draw they had. And like I said, we're hoping that at least the scores keep dropping with every draw, at least to a reasonable extent. So this goes to show you how some of these things play out. So I think, the feedback from this video is, if you can learn French, please try. If you can focus on provincial nominations, please try that as well. If you can focus on getting jobs, please try that. I have so many videos on provincial nominations, which you can check. I have so many videos like that. Just make sure that you check them out. Choose anyone that you think you meet the criteria for. Please try to apply for them. I have videos on how you can apply for jobs even while you're outside Canada. Please make sure you leverage those videos, okay? And even if you're older, it doesn't really matter. The point is, look, it is what it is, and you just have to see which route favors you. So don't just go ahead and start writing. Don't go ahead and start saying, oh, I want to open my Express Entry profile. Like, sit down and look at your Express Entry, look at your CRS score, and then that will give you an idea. Look at the maximum you can get based on what applies to you. That will give you an idea of which route you should go with, okay? So I hope this video has been helpful. Please hit the like button. Again, remember to share this video. You don't need anybody to help you with calculating your CRS score. Don't go and pay one agent thousands of naira or dollars to help you calculate. You can sit down in the comfort of your home and do this if you follow this video step by step. So that's just what I wanted to show you in this video, and I wish you the very best even as you go through the different pathways and find the right pathway for you to relocate to Canada. Welcome back, guys. I hope you enjoyed that brief session, and I hope that you have all the information that you need. Please make sure you hit the like button. It's very important. It is very, very important that you hit the like button and that you subscribe to my channel and that you also share this video. We rise by lifting others up. That's the new slogan I've gotten. So please make sure you share this video with anyone that you think it will interest. You never know, just drop it in groups. Even if you don't know, people like they might not speak up, but they actually don't know this information. At least instead of them paying thousands of dollars to or thousands of naira, whatever currency, to an immigration professional, no offense to them, but at least go to an immigration consultant for like the more technical things, right? Not something as basic as how to calculate your CRS score when you can do it on your own laptop. Okay, that's why I'm doing this video. All right, so please share, like, and you know how we roll, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, take care.